Now we do some work on 5/7 chords. Okay, so this is my theory book. This is page 38. You need to do page 38 this week. Page 38 shows you again what a 5/7 chord is. V is the Roman numeral for the number 5. Do you remember how those Roman numerals worked? I showed you how they worked last week. I think I can write them right here. What if I wrote it here? Here's number 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 5. And then I come back and I show you number 4. Okay? That one makes sense, doesn't it? Here's 6. Remember, I showed you a whole bunch. This is 5. This is 4. So 5 is a V. 5, we use the Roman numerals when we're teaching music to show what number of the scale the notes belong to. Okay, so if we're in a C major scale, C is 1, G is 5. Tonic, dominant. Okay, so in here it shows you that V7 chord. We've played that chord before. You had it in Scarecrow, you've got it in Shadows. It's like nothing new. Okay, down here though, in your left hand, we need you to write out what chords you see in each measure right here. And then this line right here. Then down here, you actually get to write, look at Mr. Haydn's wigs. Oh my goodness. You write down in here a 1 chord or a 5/7 chord, and then you get to play through them and make up your own progression. Then you need to do this page, Fun Facts for Mr. Haydn. In here, in each measure, you get to decide whether you need to use a 1 chord or a 5/7 chord, and those are listed up here. If there's mostly numbers 1, 3, and 5, notes from the C chord, then you're going to use a 1 chord, a C chord. If there's mostly notes that are 2, 4, and 5, D, F, and G, you will use a 5/7 chord. You have to write in the chords, and then you have to learn to play the chords with your left hand, play the notes with your right hand, and this is a piece that I will hear next time at your lesson. Okay? That takes us into your lesson book where we were working on the Haydn piece, the one about the London Symphony. Haydn wrote so many symphonies that we actually call him Papa Symphony. Pretty funny, but it is kind of his little nickname because he wrote so many of them. A symphony is a huge work written for an orchestra. So it's going to have 20 to 30 players playing string instruments, wind instruments, all different kinds of things. Okay, like lovely stuff. Oh my goodness, people still go to concerts today, symphony concerts, and hear some of Haydn's symphonies played. So with this one, I'll play it for you. You'll need to be watching. I'm hoping that you did some hand separate work on how it went. I would like you to listen while I play and follow along with your finger or a pencil, just seeing where all the different parts are and how it works. And then we'll add some dynamics in when we get to the end. So listen to this. Step and skip, step and skip, previously by Haydn. Step and skip, step and skip, and on tonic C. Okay, Gage, if we were going to break this into parts, and we were going to call things same and different, what would we call? I would circle this part right here and say this is first pattern. Do you see that pattern again in this piece? I hope you've seen it right down in here. Now then we would call this one, we can't call that one pink. We'd have to change colors for over here, wouldn't we? So what if we called this one purple? But what if we called this one, let's use purple down over here, but it's a little different. So what if we used um, instead of a rectangle, what if we used a triangle instead down there? But it's purple. See how then this piece would have some good shape for patterns? And then in music, when we play patterns again, we don't like playing them the same. So the first time you'd play it mezzo piano. You play it nice and quiet, just soft, kind of like a stage whisper soft. And then you'd play it forte when you go to repeat. Mezzo piano and forte. Piano is like this. Piano is a whisper. Mezzo piano is like a stage whisper. Like you don't really want anyone to think you're whispering, but you need them to hear you. Okay? Forte is a loud voice. Okay? Now, take your yellow highlighter pen and highlight those. You could also take a marker at your house and draw these shapes around here with some color. Careful when you're drawing with color in your book, though, because you know we can't erase it. That is London Symphony. Now, let me see what else I needed you to play for me this week. Oh, I have something very exciting for you. I arranged a piece for you. Can you read the title of this one? May the Force be with you. Gage, it's a Star Wars piece. This one's a very famous one. My children assure me that this one is very, very important in the Star Wars moment, so I really hope you recognize it. I've added this one. This is attached to your work that you have this week. I need you though to write. We needed a little highlighter pen or some stick-its. This is where you need your mom to help you because there's a few notes I don't want you to play this week. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight them right here, and then we'll get your mom to look at those for us, and we'll take those out. It's not that they're too hard, it's just they're too hard for the first week. Okay, so we're not going to add those until I see you next. Okay, and let me see, I hope those were all of them. Okay, here they are. If your mom could please X those out, that would be just as good. Now you have to find your starting spots because this is a bit of a different hand position than one that we've worked on. Not too tricky, but I will help you find it. This first note is, let's pretend this is our 60-second clap. What is that, Gage? One will go on A. You're right. You can write that in on your copy. One over here will go on D. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to actually bring the tablet over here. I'll show you. Oh, this is where it gets a little awkward, Gage. Oh dear. Yes. When I do these videos with my phone, it works a little better, but it doesn't always work great. Here's the D by middle C. Nope, you know what? What I'll do, I'm going to send a picture. I'll attach a picture of where my hands go for the starting position on my phone, and I'll attach it to the email so that when you get to this piece, you can see the picture of where your hands will be, okay? So really, this looks like a D position, D minor. Okay, now you have to practice hands separate. So ignore some left-hand notes at the beginning. When you ignore those left-hand notes at the beginning, it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, I see the ones, I made a mistake on those ones that I don't want you to play. Can I get your mom to check this again? I took the wrong one out. Mom, just stop and look in here. Please add that one back in. Take this one out. Okay? That would be great. Now, Gage, let's just see. At the beginning part, then when you add your hands together in measure 1, it'll go like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Did you hear how that went? So right, left, left, left. Right, left, left, left. Right, left, left, left. Can you tap that with me? Right, left, left, left. So when I play it, it sounds like this. Right, left, left, left. Other notes out. Right, left, left, left. Good. Now let's stop and look at a tricky spot that I'm going to show you. Line 3. You'll start on your thumb and you'll use your second finger, but right here, oh my goodness, you're going to flip your thumb underneath so that you can reach for these notes. This part in here is one of the trickiest places. Can I show you? Right in here, we're going to play. I'll play my thumb on D, second on E. Now right in here, I've got my thumb on F. Da, 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 da. And then I'm going to stretch really high up to a D. Kind of tricky. But I know that you know this piece and that you really quite like Star Wars. Okay? Now, these are other notes in here. Yeah, that you could, I'll leave these ones to see how well you do. If these are too hard in here, these ones right there, you can also hold those ones out. I know that we have a recital coming, and I would like you to have a choice to play a Star Wars style piece, because there's some amazing Star Wars music. John Williams is the composer of Star Wars music, and he writes incredible music, and I would really like you to have a chance to play some of it. Okay? So let's see how you do. If you get really stuck and frustrated, have your mom call me. Okay? And we'll figure it out over the phone, you and me. All right, let's see if that was all I was going to do. Oh no! Get your cards out. 1 second. Okay, you have a card to do, sight reading cards to do each day. Now, let's make the sight reading cards extra special, extra exciting this week. We're going to make a ribbon caterpillar. Okay, so what I want you to do every week or every day is pull out 4 cards. Put 4 cards all the way across your piano. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So line them up like this. Do you see them on my piano up there? Let me see if I can adjust my light. Yes, you can see them all the way across. You're going to start tapping the rhythm in card number 1, and you're going to go all the way across to card number 4. This is where you run around your house. Maybe you're going to grab a pen. You're going to tap on the side of your piano like this. Or maybe you have a rhythm instrument at your house, some kind of shaker or a drum or something, but you'll tap all of them. T, 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 ta, 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 2, 3, 4, ta, ta, T, 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 ta, 2, ta, ta, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, T, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, and so on and so forth, okay? Tap them all the way across. Each day set out 4 of them. Make them different, so you challenge yourself, and read all the way from the one on the left all the way through to the one on the right. Okay? That will be great. Let me see. I think that was all that I needed you to do. I'm looking forward to seeing you again at my house next week. Again, if you get stuck on any of this stuff, have your mom let me know. You can also, the joy of having videos is you can watch this again and relearn and listen to me explain it again. Sometimes it makes more sense after I explain it 2 times. Thanks so much, Gage. Have a great week.